Hey there, collective. Welcome to the flow. I know it has been more than a minute since I did our last Soulversation. So this one is dedicated to the collective. We're going to be checking out what your soul would like you to know, any type of soul guidance, and just catching up on the energies that are in and around us for us to be able to sow our seeds in the best possible way in order for us to become the best versions of ourselves. If you are new to the flow, welcome. This is a safe space for everybody, regardless of your gender, your beliefs, and wherever you're from. So welcome to the flow. My name is Azamari. Let's dive in. Ooh, we have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Six of Wands. Interestingly, before I started, even press record, I had a song chanting. You guys, if you are, part of this channel, you know how that should go. But yeah, the song chanting was, "We ain't going nowhere, we ain't go nowhere, we can't be stopped now, 'cause we bad boys for life." Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, that might be a song that has a message for you and your life situation right now, or that might just be like your mood. You might really like Sean Combs. He keeps changing his names. Puff Daddy Love, Brother Love. So you might be into his music, or you might be listening to his album Love right now, or you might have listened to it recently, or you just might really like the album. That's just an added message for somebody out there somewhere. Or you like the movie Bad Boys, or you recently watched it, but that's neither here nor there. Alrighty guys, so let's start with your background energy. In the background we have the King of Wands. That's literally the baddest boy of bad boys, and so when I say bad, I don't necessarily mean a horrible person, but it might apply for you in that way. But what I feel like with this King of Wands is that you bad. You have the confidence to do whatever you set out to do. And if you didn't have it before, now it's there now. You are in this fiery energy where you are letting your passions lead the way, you're letting your intuition lead the way. Look at that with the Ace of Wands. This is something that God gave you as a gift, that that people may have tried to stop you. Y'all know my journey with the flow. If you do not know my journey with the flow, I have been through lots of challenges, trials, and tribulations, fam, just to follow my passion, because of, many things, from bureaucracy to jealousy to very many things. The list is very long, right? But here we are, regardless of going through whatever I have gone through. I call it growing through, because the people who have tried to do all of those things, I send them nothing but love. I'm not going to name them here because, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, But basically, what I'm trying to say with this is that when God gives you a purpose, nothing can stop you, not even the fear of death or fear of being kicked out, or because, and I say that with confidence because I have been threatened with all of those things. Threatened, very many things have been weaponized. My family has turned against me, just so many things, and I've had to accept that when God gives you a mission and you accept it, you need to be ready to roll with the punches of what that means, of what you're accepting. And that's what makes you a king of wands. That's what differentiates you from like a page or any other regular person, out there. I'm not trying to like put anyone else down or anything, but like that's just the difference between maturity levels in terms of going for what is for you, like not letting you stop now, literally. And if you need to become the villain in somebody else's life, so be it. Call me criminal all you want, because I feel like a lot of the collective that I read for, especially the ones who have been listening to my podcast and just my general offerings, like we are empath nation, starseed nation. Like we understand emotions, we understand what it is to be emotionally intelligent. And there are just a lot of people who there's this doctor that I like watching his videos on YouTube. It's called Psych Hacks. He's called Dr. Orion. He mentioned this perfectly. He said haters are people who specifically hate on you because they see things in you that they know are within themselves, but they are too afraid to bring out, And so they do everything in their power to try and discredit you, to try and destroy you, to try and defame you, just all of the things, that just ain't nobody got time for that anymore, okay? So yeah, that's the basic energy of this reading. Perfect. Here we are. You are defending your goals, your desires. You're defending um, everything that you fought for, because I feel like this has been a journey in, for a lot of us, we've been on the minimum on this journey, or on the journey towards, or on the journey on pursuing. I don't know if that English makes sense, but basically what I'm trying to say is that whoever is watching at this time, when this message is timeless, by the way, so you've been fighting for and have been living as you wish to be for the past 7 years, at least 7 to 9 years. You've been at this. So if you've been trying to write a book, you've been trying to do that for that amount of time. If you've been trying to be a teacher, you've been trying to do that for that amount of time, that whole 10,000 hours kind of thing. But because of facing all of that opposition, you had to learn how to work on your own. You had to learn how to be sufficient on not just yourself, but also to learn how to depend on God and just, let your intuition guide your way. Alrighty, so with the background energy out of the way, let's get into the reading. Your first cards, I like taking them two by two, the way Noah went on the ark. So for a lot of you, I feel like it's a kind of a Noah situation where if you guys are familiar with that story, where God told Noah to build an ark, and he told God that it would flood, and everybody laughed at him when he was building the ark. Everybody told him he was crazy, but I mean, we all know what happened with that. The flood did come. And so I feel like with a lot of you, you have been through that whole Noah phase where people were like, no, 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 Noah, you're never gonna build that ark. No, 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 Noah, you're never gonna build that ark. But the guy is like, okay, cool. Tell me that I'm never gonna do it, but I'm still going to, watch me. Watch me do it. You can do whatever you wanna do to try and stop me. But at the end of the day, I'm going to do whatever I need to do on my end, because I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Hey, can we preach in here? I feel like it's church time. Is it? Anyway, let me calm down. I think I'm a bit too worked up because this is resonating so hard, and I hope it inspires you to continue on your own journey, because let me tell you, there are a lot of harmony hushers in this world. There are a lot of naysayers. There are not enough people who are encouraging each other to go for their dreams, you know? And I feel like this is something that you have been dreaming about since you were a child, you know? Like, for a lot of you, some of you were like, you know, child stars, you know, childhood stars. Like, you were a prodigy, like when you were a child. If you learned how to play an instrument, like when you were a child, you learned whatever craft it is that you have been loyal to. You see, with that page of pentacles and the star card, this is something that was destined for you. So no matter how long or what delays people put in your path, let them do what they want to do, I say. Let them do what they want to do. At the end of the day, you are going to reach that goal. Come hell or high water. You know what I mean? It kind of reminds me of like the story of Jesus as well. Who, by the way, Jesus is like the big homie for me. I look at him as a best friend. You see, a lot of people thought that they were stopping Jesus and his mission by killing him and putting him on the cross. They mocked him, they did all those things. And so it looked like they temporarily won. I mean, you know, he died. But then 3 days later, this man resurrects. And after he resurrected, people started his church. Not to say that they didn't stop trying to go after Jesus and his disciples, even after the fact that Jesus just stunted on all of them. You know what I mean? But that's just to show you like what happens when you stay true to what God tells you to do, right? And so here we are with the Three of Cups and the Hermit card. So I feel like with this coming out, I feel like you're causing a lot of people to just go within, you know, to just really look deeper at themselves and be like, okay, we've really tried to stop this person. What is it that is making them continue? You know, I actually had a relative that I spoke to the other day, and I'm not gonna name them, and they were like, how do you keep going after all that has happened? And I'm like, first of all, thank you for like selling yourself out to me to show me like that you were one of the people who went out of your way to try and stop me. That's number one, you know. And by the way, Virgo energy over here, not pointing fingers. Oops, maybe I have. But here we are with the Three of Cups and the Hermit card, right? You might be causing like a Virgo to go within, or you might have Virgo in your chart, but I feel like a lot of your social circle is going within because they are starting to see that when you say you're gonna do something, you do it. And it's not just the social circle. I feel like it's your family as well, your job, like whatever it is that you're involved in. So here we are with the Hierophant and the Queen of Cups. So as again I said, when God gives you a mission, you go for it. And when I say God, by the way, it's spirit, universe, anything that you believe in, right? You've had to really just love yourself through the process, and you've learned how to love yourself because through this process, you've had nobody else but God on your side, right? And because you've had God on your side, a lot of the times when you couldn't love yourself, God was there to love on you, you know, to teach you how to go back to really just appreciating yourself and focusing on the amazing person that you are and the amazing love that you bring into the world. I feel like whatever it is that you do brings a lot of love and light and healing into the world in one shape or form. And healing can be in so many ways. You could be a comedian, like laughter is the best medicine. You could be an artist. Even teachers are healers in some way. And so whatever you do, just bring some sort of value to your community. So keep going. If you are watching this, don't stop, okay? Here we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. So again, I feel like this is just teaching you how to really learn how to depend on yourself, right? Where you may have been codependent or others may have been codependent on you, you are or you have learned through this time period how to really just depend on yourself for every single thing. And in learning how to depend on yourself, being able to be compassionate to the haters, to the people who have gone out of their way to make you feel like you are insignificant, to make you feel like you couldn't do anything, right? But the universe is like, F that. You are victorious. You are the king. You are showing up as the king of pentacles. There you are riding on your white horse. Like, you're at peace, fam. You have learned. I'm hearing this song by Queen Herbie, Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese, I'm at peace everywhere I go. So this is you learning how to just be at peace no matter the situation, because so many things have been thrown at you, and they will continue to be thrown at you. The same Dr. Orion that I was talking about had this really insightful video, that haters video that I was talking about. I'll link it in the description box, where he was saying that you know um haters are like just very much like not at peace with their life. That's just it. They're not at peace. And so what your magic power is just being at peace, because you know that whatever or wherever that hate is coming from a space, a projection space, a projection of how come you are doing that, you're not special. And I feel like a lot of this energy is coming from people that are closest to you, because I mean, your biggest haters are always the people who are closest to you. So here we are with the Knight of Swords and the Sun. You have just moved into a space where, even in being at peace, you have learned how to be very blunt about um, your boundaries, being blunt about what you're going to tolerate and what you're not going to tolerate. And a lot of people are seeing that you are very serious about just being on good vibes only, like, bad energy, stay far away, make them stay far away. So I feel like that's the energy that's coming out for you. Like, you are in this space where you're like, it's all love and light, and if you're not love and light, please stay away from my space and live in your own bubble. But like, whenever you come into my space, I will always show you love, regardless of all the dirt that you do. But then again, there's like a line in the sand, and you cross that line, and who want the smoke, you gonna get the smoke, that type of energy. So here we are with the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, where again, this is that love and light energy that I'm saying. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but the cards are just like confirming what I'm saying. This is somebody who is going and approaching all of their relationships with the highest amount of love, unconditional love, regardless of what those people have gone out of their way to do. As you can see, there's a Tower moment and the World card. I mean, there's a Tower card and the World card, so that shows that, like, despite all of the things and all of the destruction that has been sent your way to try and stop you from your goal, you still ended up coming out the other side victorious. You see what I mean? Like, brand new. Like, it's, for me, I'm hearing it's like the end of an era and the beginning of a new one, right? I'm also hearing like the words of my song, The End, The Beginning, from my album Sleeping Beauty, playing. Just the end, the beginning. We wait for the end of bad things. Like, that's when freedom rings. It's the journeys, though, that makes us kings and queens. Kings and queens. So I feel like you have just come to this place and space where your journey is showing the truth of who you've been saying that you are since you were a child. So all of the naysayers and whatever things that they've gone out of their way to do, at the end of the day, there's always evidence, there's always proof. Like you can lie and fool. I think it's Bob Marley who said that quote. I don't think it was a quote, it was from one of his songs. Because now you see the light, so stand up for your rights. You can, I think, anyway, what I'm trying to say is that there's a quote from Bob Marley that goes that you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all of the people all of the time. And so that's what I feel like that is. And with these two cards also finishing the reading, I feel like it's the end of this destruction. um Not that people are not going to try and destroy you in future, they may, um they most possibly will, you know, because when you shine a light there's always going to cast a shadow. um and so because you're choosing to continue to shine your light, you will always end up being victorious, you will always end up coming out the other side, you know, um finding a way to start a new beginning, finding a way to end anything that is built on a false foundation. You see those people falling out of the tower, and it's natural elements that are coming to like break apart that tower. So it's not like it's you who's gone to be like, oh, let's go destroy that, you know, like you are choosing to trust in God, and like you've laid all of your burdens and left all of your burdens with whoever it is that you believe in, that higher power. And because of your belief in that higher power is now coming in, right, to help you deal with all of these situations. So any of these situations where you're dealing with difficult people, difficult situations, just sit back and relax. The flood is coming. Noah was told to build the ark. You have built your ark, and here comes the flood. So that was your collective reading. Thank you so much for watching. If you are interested in a personal reading, all of that information is down below in the description box. If not, feel free to check out all of the other videos in the playlist. There are zodiac sign readings, there are divine masculine, feminine, inner child readings, whatever floats your boat. But I recommend that you check all of them out because we have all of those aspects within our psyche, especially if you want to become the best version of yourself. So until next time, collective, namaste.